Hey fellow crocheters, today I have an awesome pattern just in time for Valentine's Day. This little happy heart. Whether you want to make a quick project for someone special or as a little gift for yourself if you're your own Valentine. This heart is super cute, quick, and easy to do, especially if you have some crochet skills under your belt already. So, what will we need today? We need about 13 yards or so of bulky weight or 5-weight yarn. For today's tutorial, I'm using Loops and Threads Charisma, which you can get at any Michaels store. This is the color Passion, one of my favorite from that brand. Next, we'll need a 6mm hook or a J10 hook. Then we're going to need our scissors, a blunt needle, and our stitch marker. A little fiber fill for stuffing, a length of black yarn, and last, you'll need some safety eyes. You can also use buttons, but today I'll be using 10mm black safety eyes. You don't want to use something too small. 9mm is the smallest I'd suggest for this project. Alright, we've got our supplies and our hook, so let's get to it. The way we'll be making this heart today is by creating 2 pieces and then connecting them together. For the first part, you're going to make a magic circle and then do 6 single crochet stitches. So we do our circle by going counterclockwise, hook in, chain 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there we go. Pull it closed, and in the second round we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch for 12 stitches. You can also tuck your tail in the first few stitches of this round. So we'll do our first stitch. And don't forget to use your stitch marker to mark the first stitch of each round. And now we can do 2 single crochets in each stitch. Okay, for this last part, we're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around for 12 stitches. There we go. We've done our 12 stitches around, and now we're going to finish off like this. Grab your scissors and cut off a little bit of the tail. You don't have to leave much. We're not going to really need to tuck it in this project. Hook in, pull it tight. There we go. Our first part is done. For part 2, we're going to be doing the first 2 rounds of the part we just did. So you'll do that by creating a magic circle and then single crocheting 6 in the circle. There we go. Now do 2 stitches around for 12 and use that stitch marker. Alright, we've got 12 stitches and now we're just going to single crochet 9 stitches. So we'll do our first stitch, and I'm not going to use the stitch marker, but if you want to keep track of what you're doing and you might lose count, you should. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and our very not helpful kitty cat, Ash, and 9. Now, without the help of the kitty cat, we're going to connect our 2 circles together. We have our 9 stitches. You can remove your stitch marker now. You won't need it. Now you're going to take this first piece you made and connect these 2 together. And no, that's not yours. Go away. So, how do we do this? You're going to take your project that's on the hook facing you, and then you take your other piece and you place it rim to rim with the last stitch of the other side lined up with the next stitch of the piece still on your hook. Hold them together and place your hook from the inside of the piece in front of you through the last stitch, and then continue in the next stitch that's part of the work still on your hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and then through the loop still on your hook. You'll do this twice more, like this. In, yarn over, pull through, and then through the loop on your hook. You're not helping. Go away. All right, through the last, then yarn over, pull through, and on the hook. Hooray! You have your heart lumps connected together. Usually I would tie these in a little bit more, close it up, but in the interest of time, I'm not going to be doing that today. So, you're going to chain 1 and then continue in the round. You're going to single crochet in the next 17 stitches to better connect the 2 lumps together. And then we just work in the round. Be sure not to put your hook in the last slip stitch you made to connect the rounds together. You'll do it in this next stitch. And I'm not going to use my stitch marker. Not quite yet. But if you need to, please do it. So, in for 1, 2, 3 single crochet, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, at this point, keep our tail out of it. I like to do a little decrease here. It just keeps it from being a little too bulgy. So we're just going to insert our hook here, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then in this stitch here, not in the slip stitch, but in this next one, we'll go in, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, and all 3 for our 10th stitch. We have our 10 stitches, so we'll continue with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. All right, so at this last stitch, we're going to decrease again, but we're going to do it with the last stitch and the first stitch of the round. So you'll do this by going in and yarning over, pull up a loop, in here, yarn over and pull up a loop, pull through all 3, and this is now the first stitch in our next round. So we'll use a stitch marker, and in this next round we're going to do 6 single crochets and then decrease. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, because these are all in the way, I'm going to give them a trim. Now we're going to decrease, and then the next 2 stitches. So decrease in these first 2. 1, 2, decrease, and now you're going to decrease in this stitch here, which is our decrease from the previous round. 1, 2, decrease. And now you're going to do 6 more stitches. And we'll get back to the first of our next round. 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, we're back to the beginning, and now we've got 15 stitches in our project. So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to follow this pattern 3 times. We'll decrease the first 2 stitches, decrease. We're going to replace our little stitch marker here, and then single crochet 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to decrease again, decrease, and then 1, 2, and 3. There we go. All right, one more time. Decrease, and then 1, 2, and 3. We're back at the beginning. We already see our project taking shape. Look, it looks very much like a heart. Let's take a little pause here, and if you're going to add some eyes, now's the time to do it. I don't put these anywhere specifically, but generally near the 4th round from one of the little bumps. We'll put them about here. So we'll stick an eye in. Right there is good. And then you're going to turn your work inside out a little bit. Now you don't want to use smaller eyes because with this bulky weight yarn, there's not enough clearance to properly fasten the eye. Don't use anything much smaller than a 9mm eye, or like this 10mm I'm using. So we're going to get the back, and we'll put the clasp on like this, push it down on there, and now if your hands aren't strong enough to push it all the way down because of the bulky weight yarn, you can always use a button or stitch them on. Alright, we got them down in there. There we got one eye, it won't pop out. We'll put the second one in. There's kind of good. Yeah, that looks alright. We'll put the back on. Squish it down. And there we go. So the next round, we're going to crochet 1 single crochet in each around for 12. Alright. Now, we have 12 stitches. Our eye is a little derpy, but that's okay. So, now we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to put the smile on. Yeah. By grabbing our black yarn and threading it in our needle. Then, what you're going to do is you're going to go up from the inside, up through here, pull it, and then leave a little bit of a tail. Then we're going to eyeball the smile. Let's give it a little bit of a wry smile. Yeah. Stick it right in here. So go down like this, and then from the back again, keeping our tail out of the way, we'll go in up through here, pull it, and then go back down right through here. Alright, if you like it like this, you can tie it off and keep it that way. I like going in again just to give the smile a little more thickness. So go up through here, back down, and then from the inside back up, and then back down. And now the smile is a little bit thicker for a little more definition. And now we're going to turn it out a little bit and then just tie a knot a couple times. Here we go. Just tie it up and do it a second time. And then just give it a little trim. It's got a cute little smile. And now we're going to stuff with filling. Just stuff it in. A little bit dense, but not too much. Alright, so we're almost done. Yay! So now we're going to decrease every 2 stitches. So that's 1. We'll put our stitch marker back. And 2. the third decrease, and 4. You are not helping. And then 5. And then 6. Ooh, look at this, we're almost done. Now stuff a little more stuffing, but not too full. And now we're almost done. We're going to decrease twice, but we won't need our stitch marker. So we'll do 1 decrease, and then 2 decrease. Yeah, up, get in there. There we go. All right. Then, like in the cat toy tutorial, we're just going to eyeball it, go inside like this, pull up a loop, and then pull it through the one on your hook. And now we're ready to finish off. All right, you want to pull a long tail, and we're going to snip this, and we'll need it to sew in, so we'll pull this through. Now we got our nice long tail. It almost looks like a little balloon. Isn't it cute? All right, we're not finished yet, so now we're going to need our needle again. All right, thread this through. Let's stick it in there like that. All right, got our needle threaded, and now we're ready to go into this project. So give this a little bit of shape by going in here, just kind of eyeballing it. Kind of want to tighten it down a little, close it up, get it down in there, and sometimes through the back. All right, now we have a nice little point, and now we're going to go from the back. Make sure your yarn is here. We're going to go up and slide the needle through the back of the work and into the top, right here. We'll go out, pull it through, but not too tight. You don't want to pull that tip in. Now, I'm going to go through the top and down, just in like that, and come out the bottom, pull through, and now you're going to pinch the bottom and then pull it a little tight. And now it takes shape. All right. Look, it's so cute. Now the top is a little more defined. Now we can just finish this off by weaving it in through a couple times, tie it in a knot, and then go back between the stitches a few times, just like this, all sped up. All right, back through, and then pull, and then trim. And voila! Isn't it adorable? Our cute little heart. We've got these cute little hearts for a gift. Something I've done is I've glued magnets on with hot glue. Makes a cute little magnet too. We've got all these cute little hearts, and I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you can make some of these even though it's very last minute for Valentine's. Cute little happy hearts. Who doesn't love hearts? All right, make yourself some cool gifts and take your yarn and your hook and go crochet with confidence. Yeah! Bye, everyone!